And hello everybody, my name is NikoTheLegend, also known as the Well-Mannered Teenager and the Snowflake, and today is probably our very first video, news related or informative, that isn't BioWare related, isn't EA related. Instead, we're starting something fresh on the NikoTheLegend channel. I think we are. If we're not, well, I guess this is just for fun at this point. Well, we're going to be talking about Doom Eternal this time around, and if you haven't already known, it has been delayed to March, and which is a very depressing thing for a lot of people, big fans of the Doom franchise and its software itself. I know a lot of us were waiting for this big release. One of the biggest releases of 2019 is now going to have to wait another half a year until March 20, 2020. Yes, so let's let that soak in. If you didn't know that was a thing, it is. I only found out about it because someone posted, I think, a meme about it on Twitter, on my Twitter page. And then eventually I found an article or a post that IGN did, and it showed a picture, and I was like, no way. Absolutely no way. That close to launch. But this isn't something we have not seen before. Well, I guess I'm not going to... I know I just said that I'm not going to talk about anything BioWare related, but Dragon Age Inquisition was kind of like that too. It was about... I believe it was about 2 months or 1 month away from launch, and then it was delayed for, I think, another 2 months. Yeah, it was a bit of a time, and I think Shenmue 3 was another prime example. It's been delayed a little bit. You can always fact check me on that. I don't mind. But anyway, folks, this isn't something we're not a stranger to. But still, this is one of the most highly anticipated games, and it sucks that it happens at least a month and a half before release. And now it's going to be pushed to a time where there's going to be huge games competing one another. And I'm not saying that November doesn't have huge games. You got Pokemon Sword and Shield, you got Jedi Fallen Order, and you have Doom Eternal. So there was pretty many, a lot of games packed into 1 month. So you kind of really have to be careful on what you pick and choose and what money you spend on. So as Doom Eternal is being delayed, its software, those guys who work very hard on these games, I mean, I understand what it takes. I mean, I don't understand what it really takes to make a game, but I do understand the logic behind it. I get it. They want to release a game that wants to be up to the highest prestige, of the highest magnitude, living up to their standards of speed and polish. Now, I get it. We're our own worst critic when it comes to creating things in life, art, video games. Well, video game is art if you actually have a brain and IQ. Or just anything that requires time and effort. A lot of the times we see it, we see the reflection of it, we see what it's turning into. And sometimes we may not like it, sometimes we're a little bit overcritical, and sometimes we like to act paranoid about it. But nonetheless, we want the game, or whatever we're working on, in the end, to be close to perfect or near perfect. And from my eyes, from what its software has released, at least from the Doom team, anything else Bethesda made has been quite crap. Okay, and if you know Bethesda well, you know what I'm talking about, what kind of games we're talking about that were pretty crap as of recent. But Doom has been one of those games that's been sticking with on being good. If you like 2016, Doom 2016, then you're definitely going to like Doom Eternal, because Doom Eternal looks to be amazing. 10 times more badass than Doom 2016 and than anything its software has released in terms of the Doom franchise. At least that's how I see it. So the good people on the Doom Twitter page, also, this is something from its software. You'll see a picture up here in a second. Something they posted about the current status of Doom Eternal, and leaving us with an idea of, or not an idea, but, an expectation of what's yet to come. Throughout the development of Doom Eternal, our goal has been to deliver a game that exceeds your greatest expectations across the board. To make sure we're delivering the best experience for Doom Eternal to live up to our standards of speed and polish, we've made the decision to extend our launch date by a few months to March 20, 2020. We know many fans will be disappointed by this delay, but we are confident that Doom Eternal will deliver a gaming experience that is worth the wait. In addition to shifting the Doom Eternal launch date, we've made a couple other changes we wanted you to know about. One, Invasion Mode, which will allow you to enter another player's game as a playable demon, will release as a free update shortly after launch. Doom Eternal for Nintendo Switch will release after the other platforms. We will announce that date in the future. And last but not least, Doom 64 will be available on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC in addition to Nintendo Switch. We are adding Doom 64 as a pre-order bonus for Doom Eternal on all platforms, so you'll be able to download and play this classic game for free just for pre-ordering Doom Eternal. Doom 64 will be released on March 2020 on all platforms. We are very grateful to every Doom fan for your dedication and support. We can't wait to rip and tear right alongside you. Id Software. So, you could take that with a grain of salt, or you could take it with a hammer on somebody's head. I understand, as I mentioned before, it's disappointing, it's sad, it's tragic. We don't want to wait anymore. We've waited long enough. We've been waiting since 2016. But these guys are professionals, and they know what they're talking about, and they haven't stooped any lower or any type of low before with the Doom games. Pretty much every Doom game I've played has been really good. It's been a lot of fun, or scared the shit out of me, or just given me classic or countless memories. And I played Doom 2016 on release day, and it was a fantastic, amazing game. And I played it on the Xbox One. Okay, I didn't even play it on PC first, and it still looked amazing on Xbox One. No Xbox One S, no Xbox One X. I mean, they weren't even really out at the time. I think the Xbox One S was out, or it came a little bit later. But nonetheless, it was a fun experience, and I know these guys are capable of creating an amazing experience, something that we're going to remember for the rest of our lives. We just have to wait a little bit longer, folks. But hey, at least it's not an exclusive game that's only on the PS4. Am I right? You're not going to get this exclusive Activision Spec Ops Call of Duty. Yeah. At least they're not doing something like that, okay? At least everybody's going to be able to play the game when it comes out and not have to wait a goddamn year for a game mode that countless people have been waiting for to play with their friends for the longest time, for about 7 years. Yeah, at least they're not doing anything to neglect all platforms. And it's great to see that the Doom 64 is coming out for every console now. I was kind of a little iffy about it only coming for the Switch. It didn't make any sense because I'm pretty sure a lot of other people wanted to play this as well, because a lot of us owned an N64. Maybe you've never even played Doom 64 because it was only on the N64. It was kind of the obscure Doom title at the time, but I played a little bit of it and it was interesting. Don't really remember too much about it, but I'm glad that I'll have the opportunity to do that. In my honest opinion, I think this shouldn't even be a pre-order bonus. I think this should just be something to release on the actual date Doom Eternal comes out. I don't know, that's just a me thing, because at least it'll give us something to kind of hold us over. But what do I know? I'm not a game developer. Anyway, with the move to March, Doom Eternal will be releasing around the same time as some extremely anticipated games. Yeah, this is where it gets kind of insane. You know, I mentioned that November was pretty stacked heavy with great games coming out. Supposedly going to be great. Well, March is no stranger to great games as well. You got Final Fantasy VII Remake, you got Watch Dogs Legion, and Animal Crossing comes out the same day of Doom 2020. Oh shoot, hindsight. So there you go. Those are some pretty big games being released, and those are just a few to list that month. So guys, we got to be careful when this game comes around, because it's going to be a big competitor in terms to the Final Fantasy Remake and Animal Crossing game. Listen, no doubt about it that anybody who owns a Nintendo Switch is definitely going to be buying Animal Crossing New Horizons over Doom Eternal. I mean, that's just the thing. If you're a diehard Nintendo fan, you're not going to want to get Doom Eternal. Well, because you're going to have to wait originally. But I'm saying, if you had the choice, you're going to get Animal Crossing for sure. Now, Final Fantasy VII Remake, let me tell you, I'm going to be getting that well over Doom 2020, as much as it pains me to say. But Final Fantasy VII Remake has been in a long time in the making. And a lot of Final Fantasy and Squaresoft fans have been waiting for this game a very, very long time. But anyway, folks, I thought I'd let you know about that delay. I know this was something that could have been done in like 30 seconds or less, but I kind of want to add my emphasis on it and my opinion. If you like this particular video and want to see more Nico news related stuff that's not Bioware related, let me know. And if you do want me to keep posting more Bioware related stuff, then let me know as well. I like to see the comparisons. But if you haven't seen Should You Still Care About Bioware video that I did recently, it kind of explains how I'm feeling with the current events of going on at Bioware. Let's just say I just don't give a shit about them anymore. I've kind of moved on. I'll still play their great classic games, but overall, folks, it's something that we all need to move on from and just forget about them, leave them in the dust, because they're becoming irrelevant as days go on. As Days Gone, that was a subpar game apparently. But anyway, folks, thanks again, and I'm always with you, Pathfinders. I'm always with you. and let me know how you feel about Doom being delayed. I forgot to mention that. Anyway, take care.